When I was born, the world was a far simpler place. It was all just cops and robbers. But that wasn't for me. So I became a cub, and then a scout. It gave me a taste for the outdoors, for sleeping under canvas, for seeing the stars, for climbing up mountains, and for having a laugh. Now that I'm older, I still feel the same. Being on YouTube is only a game. I want to make great content that you'll watch again and again, make people feel happy, and make troddling my aim. I am Tito, I am Troddle-tastic, and I want you to be Troddle-tastic too.
Hello and welcome to Tito the Troddler. So I was sat at home and I just thought, you know what, a little bit breezy, but it's a lovely day, so let's get out there. So I'm local today. I'm just at the side of Pond Reservoir, which finally is starting to fill back up again after the drought of the summer. So we're on our way up towards, we're going to go up to a little mountain called Law, and I've got a couple of little history things. Some of it I've touched on before in the past videos, but still nonetheless quite interesting. And yeah, we're looking just forward to a really pretty local wild camp. I reckon about an hour and a half to walk in, so it should be really pleasant, so I hope you enjoy it. So we're just climbed up past Pond and all. I think somebody's bought it now. It used to be a bed and breakfast, but I think it's a private residence now, and they were doing a bit of work on it, so I'll probably do that history one tomorrow. But yeah, we're just at entrance at Moor now. And what I like about this walk is that it's a good little pull up here. You sort of go up, you know, we're on sort of like a track, you see. And it's quite a little pull, but it's not too severe. And then once we get to the top of here, really, we get on the Crow Hill. Most of the climbing's done, really, so it's really a nice steady one in and out. But yeah, it's just clouding over a little bit now, but it's still pleasant. Just a little bit of breeze, but we're not bothered about that. I'm just happy to get out. It's been that blinking long. I mean, I did a YouTube video, and I think it was in February or March time, about my modification for this Scarp 110, and I've not even been out in it since, so which is just ridiculous. But anyway, there's lots of reasons for that, and I'll talk about them in a bit. Over to Yorkshire Reservoir, which is finally filling up. It's really amazing how much it's filled up in this last 3 or 4 weeks. Really incredible. So nearly up to Crow Hill now, so we're getting there. Still pretty pleasant, just a bit breezy, but I'm sweating like a you know what. So anyhow, good bit of exercise. You can just see Pendle Hill all in distance, but yeah, we'll keep plodding on. Right, we're up at a pretty famous stone. This is what's known as the Old Ladder Crow Hill, which is basically it's a boundary marker. But the tale goes that in I think 1788, a young lad got lost on moors in winter, and he lay here for quite some time, and they were disputing with Haworth and Troddler councils who were going to bury him. And I think Troddler finally said, we'll bury him, but on one condition: we move the boundary to where it is now. So they reckon that actually the boundary moved closer towards the Yorkshire, and obviously increased it onto the Lancashire side. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where they buried him, which would be quite interesting to find out where they buried him. But yeah, I mean, we're up onto the moors now, and as you can see, there's a few well, shooting sort of stations or pegs for when they're shooting grouse. So it's quite, I don't know if they still shoot up here. I think they do, but maybe not quite so much now. But yeah, I mean, this is a real proper bit of open moorland. In fact, I think, if I'm right, it's the single biggest bit of moorland, uninterrupted moorland in the whole of the West Riding, because it's obviously right on the boundary with Lancashire. So yeah, but that's the Old Ladder Crow Hill. Right, we're right on the top of Crow Hill now, and it's just stood up here. I'll try and give you a 360 here if I can. So there we go. If you look out over in the distance there, we've got Pendle Hill, and then up this side we've got Bulls with Hill and Law, which is where we're going to be heading. and then when we swing right round here we see the valley drop down, which actually eventually leads down into Walshaw Dean, and then right across the way is the Alkenden Stones, which is a stone outcrop that's just above Top Willings, which is just magnificent as well. So yeah, big 360 there and back round there, so that's all the way around. But yeah, it's been a good steady little pull up there, and I'm sweating a little bit, but we're levelling out now. We've got a little bit of a tug up to this just to get to the top of Ballsworth Hill, and then we're just really walking across the Lad Law. So I don't know, we're about 3 kilometres away, so I don't know, hour maybe, something like that. But yeah, it's been fairly pleasant so far, so I'm looking forward to getting pitched up now and you know, then relaxing, so hopefully not much longer now. Right, we finally made it to the summit of Lad Law. Trig point behind us there. Great view from up here, looking straight over at Pendle Hill. So yeah, pretty nice. I think that's Troddler and Cornwall Lancashire Bridge. So that's it. But yeah, so very good. So I don't know, about 4:30 now. So just want to try and get tucked away. Just don't know whether there's a pitch up here or just drop off. There's a little outcrop down there which might just protect me a little bit from wind, but I don't know what to do because I'm quite tempted to stay up here because the view's great. So I'll have a quick think and see if we can find somewhere fitting. If not, I'll nip back down there. Alright, but we just need to get pitched up now. Right, so as you can see, the tent's up. We're on full modification today. Tonight we've got obviously all those new guidelines in, so it's obviously really tight. I've brought my cross poles because I was sick and tired of having paid for them, not using them, and I just thought it makes the outer so much more taut. So it looks an absolute bobby dad, so I can't wait to get inside it now, and it's going to keep its form light. And that, I mean, it's not going to be that windy tonight, but it's just good to see it in full setup. And you know, the tent looks just so much more rigid because of it. So absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with it. So, and as you can see, sun's setting, so we've just got ready in time. Just need to get airbed up now and get sorted out. Beautiful look over towards Pendle Hill. And yeah, we just need to get sorted out and get in at 10 and get a bit of grub on, I think, and maybe open the Rouge. So yeah, we'll get sorted out and then I'll be back in touch. Right, so we're all set up. We just had kettle on and just made ourselves a nice brew, and we just got us meal on. I'm going for a bit of a beef stroganoff tonight with rice, so we'll give that a bash. But yeah, I can't tell you how happy I am just to be out. It's just absolutely fabulous. I mean, it's getting a bit cool now, but I mean, it's not going to be a really cold night. Tent's rock solid, music's gone on as well. I'll turn it back on in a bit. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm loving it. So need to get out more. This has been a real find. I'm right loving where I am. I'm here near Lad Law, like I say, so it's not bumped into a soul, so perfect really. So yeah, looking over at Pendle Hill, and it's pretty magnificent as sun's just going down. So I'll show you if I can show you outside. Might be able to catch a bit of it. Oh yeah, so there we go. I'll check in with you in a bit. Right, so we're just having a drop of rouge now. We've just got a nice little drop of rouge there. This is what's called Gigondas, which is Southern Rhone Valley. It's some people might call it poor man's Châteauneuf-du-Pape, but I disagree. It's one of the Côte de Rhone villages, and it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Get a bit of Gigon dance down here on a cool October evening. All right, so just finished his stroganoff, which was absolutely fantastic. Come on to doing these a bash today, which I've got to say they're pretty pleasant. These from Co-op, bloody almond bakewell tarts. Can't beat a tart after you've had a stroganoff, I'll tell you. And the old Gigondas is going down really well. We've got a few vibes on. Sun's gone now, so it's starting to get a bit cool. I don't know what it is. I'm not right good at I'm not really very good at I can't handle being cold, so my pack was quite heavy tonight because I brought a lot of my winter gear, but today should I say, but I'm glad I have, because even though it forecasted to stay pretty warm tonight, it don't feel warm now. It feels quite cold, so I'm all wrapped up anyhow. I'm toasty enough, so there's no issues on that side. But yeah, having a good evening and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know, I've got a joke to tell you somewhere, but I'll slot that in soon. Right, time for the joke of the trip.
So Rabbit goes into this bar, goes up to the bar and he says, can I have a pint of beer please mate, and can I have a ham and cheese toasty? And Mum says, yeah, absolutely no problem. He gives him a pint of beer and a ham and cheese toasty. Anyway, Rabbit wolfs it down, says see you later, gets on his bike. Anyhow, following night, comes back in, says to Bam, can I have a pint of beer please and ham and cheese toasty? So Bam goes, yeah, no problem. He says, of course you can. He says, you know, fill your boots. So exactly the same happens. He says, and he says, you know, he wolves him down and off he goes. And anyhow, word gets round and lots of people are starting to gather in. And by the time it gets to the third night and about this Rabbit turning up and having a pint of beer, your pub's got really, really busy. You know, they're laying on coaches and all sorts. Anyhow, Rabbit comes in and says, can I have a pint of beer and can I have a ham and cheese toasty, please? And he goes, yeah, no problem. And anyhow, then barman says, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm right out of ham and cheese toasties, but I could do you an ham and onion toasty. Sorry, cheese and onion toasty. And he goes, well, Rabbit says, well, will I like it? He goes, oh yeah, no problem. He says, you'll love it. They're fabulous. So anyhow, crowd erupts, crowded pub erupts, and anyhow, Rabbit wolfs down his pint and his cheese and onion toasty, and disappears. Anyhow, following night, Rabbit never shows. And obviously, barman's really, really upset because all these people have turned up to see him and he's no longer there. Anyhow, about a year passes and barman's really struggling. He's hardly seen anything at all. And then he's hardly seen anybody at all. He certainly hasn't seen eye to eye at Rabbit. And then all of a sudden, he sees this sort of like form floating about. And he says, what, you know, this sort of like white form. He says, who are you? He goes, oh, I'm Rabbit that used to come to your pub. And he goes, oh yeah, I remember you. He says, I had people coming from all over to see you. He says, and you just disappeared. He says, what happened? He says, I died. He says, you died? He says, yeah. He says, I don't know if you remember. He says, but last night that we're in, I says, I asked you for an ham and cheese toasty and you ran out of them, so you gave me a cheese and onion one and you told me that I'd really like it and, you know, that you wouldn't let me down and, you know, he says, but unfortunately, he says, I died. And Mama goes, oh, that's terrible. He says, what did you die of? He says, mixing me toasties.
I just do the faces.
Oh, what a right result tonight. Honestly, I'm just finishing last at wine now, and I've been listening to Sean Locke's Lockopedia. I've got to say, I'm trying to think in my entire life, I don't think there's ever been a better comedian than Sean Locke. He's absolutely an absolute firm favourite in the Arana household. We absolutely adore this man, or did adore this man, and it's just such a shame he's no longer with us. It really, really is. I mean, he's just for an hour tonight, he's just made me chuckle my head off, and it's just he says the bits that no other comedians would say, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Sean Locke absolutely fantastic. So it's still pretty early doors. It's only about 7:30, but I'm a bit cream cracker if I'm being honest, and it's blowing a bit of gale outside, but tent's obviously like a blooming rock solid. It's like a pile of bricks. It's not going anywhere, so which is great. So so I'm just going to keep settling down. I'll listen to Sean for a little bit longer, but yeah, just had a fabulous evening. I'm sort of looking. I might depending on what weather is tomorrow, I might just have a wander down to my one of my favourites, the old pack horse. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, I'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Night, sleep tight. Right, good morning, and well, a great night's sleep that was. I really had a good night's sleep. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning now, so I've slept right through. Did my wine and my little bit of whiskey, so which were very enjoyable. Like I say, nice beef stroganoff and a few almond tarts, so it were all very nice. I had a right enjoyable evening, just watching a few videos and playing a bit of music, so that was grand. And yeah, it's still very dark at the moment, so on the misty moors. But yeah, I'm having a coffee. We'll just have another couple of hours, I think, a shut eye or what have you, and then I'll get packed up. And I think I'm going to walk in opposite direction, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to go down to I might go to Packhorse. Can't resist. So we'll see. But yeah, a good night is had by all. Can you hear it? Or should I say, can you hear me? Absolutely ramming it down, right? And guess what Tito's forgotten? Yeah, he's forgotten his waterproofs. So this is going to be a right laugh, isn't it? So what we're going to do now is we're going to get off this hill. Absolutely torrential outside, right? And I'm going to have an hour walking in rain, getting wet through. But good news is at the end of it, there's going to be the pack horse in, so I'm going to get packed up now. We're going to leave no trace as always, and I'm going to see you on the other side. See you in a bit.
Oh, just got packed up now, pretty grim. As you can see, as always, leave no trace, so absolutely splendid camp. Loved it, absolutely loved it. But now look at what talking wild and windy or misty moors, here we are. So now I've got to get myself off here, which shouldn't take me too long, probably about 3-4 miles to go. So I'll try and check in with you if I get a chance, but there's not a right lot to see anyhow, so catch up with you soon. Tell you what, it's amazing how much calmer it is down here. I mean, there's a little bit of breeze still, but nothing compared to what like up there. But I found myself on, I don't know what it is, it's like a drover's track, or obviously use it to access some moors. Don't know whether that's for shooting or what, but it's very welcomed at the moment, because I've just got to follow this. I get to the road, and I think I've got about a mile or so just down to pack horse. But yeah, it's been a really wonderful wild camp. I've really enjoyed it, and this year's been stressful for lots and lots of reasons. I've not got out anywhere near as much as I'd like to. I've got to start making more time to do what makes me happy, as well as try to give myself to lots of other groups. So that's going to be the New Year's resolution for 2023. Get out more. I mean, obviously also part of it that's got in way is training for 2 ultras, which has had to take priority, I'm afraid, because once I've signed up and I've paid the money, you know, like anybody else from Yorkshire, you know, you don't like to waste it. So, but yeah, it's been a fantastic walk. I really enjoyed it. So anyhow, see what pack horse has to offer. Right, we're just passing with it Red Reservoir. Pretty low really, it's filling back up, but yeah, that's obviously still got a bit of capacity in there yet, but certainly getting its fill, a bit of infill back today, that's for sure. It's to do not but peen it down, but not far to go now. Right, we finally made it to the pack horse. Oh, my chauffeur's waiting for me. But yeah, the pack horse in, as you can see from the sign, also affectionately known by the locals as the Ridge, and it dates back to 1610. It was a drover's inn, as you can see from the sign there. But yeah, so that's the thing. Funnily enough, you might not know this, it's actually been voted the best in the world this year, and it just beat the Kirkstyle Innet up in the Lake District. But yeah, so get yourself to the pack horse. Well, that's one, I can't wait for it. It's come gammoning me. Right, so we're inside pack horse now. Look at this. It's all about this place. So you've got all the drawings. You see this guy over here? That's all Enoch Tempest is that in his steam engine. So one of the Crossroads finest. When if you look on this side, there's all technical drawings from. So need to get some to pack horse and get some of this grub. Best pub in the world, I don't know if you know. Right, a bit of a Brucey bonus for you this one. So we're at Midgewell Working Men's Club, also known as the Blue Pig. I've been wanting to come here for ages. I don't even know if it's open. Soon find out. But it doesn't look right open. I've come up the wrong day. Oh no, it looks like it is. Other side, I think. But yeah, the Blue Pig, look. There's the Blue Pig. So here we are inside the Blue Pig. Look at this place. Ah, it's proper, isn't it? Been wanting to come here for ages. It's one of these places that you think I must go, and you're always fearful that what you'll do is you'll find out online that somehow it's closed or whatever. So anyway, we're with the pilgrimage and we've got a pint of Guinness and a can of ginger beer. It was $5.80 and that includes your £2 tariff for non-members. So it's only $3.80. So once you've got your first one in, it's cheap drinking. Up yours. So this brings the end of to this little episode of Tito the Troddler. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And like I say, my New Year's resolution is to make sure that I get out more often and do what makes me happy, because it really has made me happy. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.